The Avaranas in Shaiva Tantra, the beings who surround the Lord. In Tantra, we see Lord Shiva as the absolute reality, being surrounded by different groups of deities. Lord Shiva is surrounded by 5 layers. So, quoting the verses 186 to 188 of the Archana Vidhi of the Kamika Agama, Asmin dehe pravitate kalpya shaktyabjamasanam Murti vidyatanung kalpya samahvahya shivan tataha Karnikayang yajed devam brahmangaischa samavritam Ganeshaihi lokapalaischa hetebhirvajrapurvakaihi Tribhiravaranirvapi eke navaranena va Saptavimshatyavaranaih yatha shakti samarchayet. So meaning, in this body which is well expanded now, the sadhaka should design a lotus seat asana of pure energy, shakti. Having materialized the vidya deha, the knowledge body, he should invoke Lord Shiva to reside in that deha. And on the pericarp of the lotus seed which was created, the sadhaka shall worship Lord Shiva and the deities who surround him, namely the Brahma and Anga mantras, Vidyeshwaras, Ganeshvaras, Lokapalas and the Astras. Here one may choose to worship Lord Shiva as surrounded by 3 enclosures, 1 Avarana or 21 Avaranas. So to put it in a nutshell, this stanza simply refers to us worshipping Lord Shiva and the deities who surround him in his 5 Avaranas, 5 layers, once we consecrate Shiva. So, first Avarana, Prathamavarane Samhita Mantreshwaran Yajayet. So the first layer consists of Mantreshwaras. These are verily the forms of the Samhita mantras of the Shaiva Tantra. The Samhita mantras are the combination of the 5 Brahma mantras and the 6 Anga mantras. Lord Shiva's body is referred to as a Mantramaya Sharira, meaning a body made up of mantras. The entire cosmos is in vibration, which means sound energy, which are simply mantras. And Lord Shiva, who is the embodiment of the entire cosmos, is therefore said to possess a body made up of mantras. In fact, the Vedas were downloaded in the form of mantras when the ancient sages tapped into the cosmic archive. In Tantra, we recognize the Samhita mantras as those which make up his body. These mantras themselves are in the form of deities who occupy this first layer. So the Brahma mantras, Om Hom Ishana Murdhaya Namaha, representing the head, Om Hem Tatpurusha Vaktraya Namaha, representing the face, Om Hum Aghora Hridayaya Namaha, representing heart, chest and related parts, Om Him Vamadeva Guhyaya Namaha, representing the genitals, hips and related parts, Om Ham Satyojata Murtaye Namaha, representing the foot or the limbs. So the Brahma mantras come as an elaborate compilation of verses denoting the 5 phases of Lord Shiva in the Yajurveda as well. And the Anga mantras, the 6 Anga mantras are like parts to the body. So Om Ham Hridayaya Namaha, Om Him Shirase Namaha, Om Hum Shikhayai Namaha, Om Haim Kavachaya Namaha, Om Haum Netrebhyo Namaha, Om Haha Astraya Namaha. Now the second Avarana, Dvitiya Varane Vidyeshwaran Yajet. So the second layer is occupied by the Vidyeshwaras and they are worshipped in the petals of a visualized white lotus during a tantric kriya. There are 8 Vidyeshwaras who are all knowing and they hold the authority over the Rajarajeshwaras. So the 8 Vidyeshwaras are Ananta, Sukshma, Shivottamaha, Eka Netra, Eka Rudra, Trimurti, Shrikantha and Shikhandi. So Lord Shiva performs the five-fold cosmic action of creation, preservation, dissolution, obscuration and liberation through these eight Vidyeshwaras. The third Avarana. Tritiyavarane Shiva Ganeshvaran Yajet. So the third layer is occupied by the leaders of the Shiva Ganas. The Ganeshvaras execute function through the Shiva Ganas. The deities who come in this Avarana, meaning the Ganeshvaras, are Nandi, Mahakala, Bhringi, Vinayaka, Vrishabha, Skanda, Devi and Chandeshwara. And the head of all the Ganas, all the Shiva Ganas, is Lord Mahaganapati. Fourth Avarana. Chaturthavarane Lokeshwaran Yajet. So the fourth layer is occupied by the Dikpalakas. These are the deities who protect the 10 directions. So these deities are Indra, Agni, Yama, Niruta, Varuna, Vayu, Kubera, Ishana, Brahma and Vishnu. These deities have the function of liberating beings from both pure and impure Maya. The fifth Avarana. Panchamavarane Astreshwaran Yajet. These are the lords of Astras. In Tantra, an Astra is essentially a mantra which is discharged or executed. For example, we use the Pashupatastra mantra at the end of a Shaiva Homa to nullify any error done during the ritual. And these Astras can be used in the form of weapons or missiles which are seen in the Mahabharata. The Astra mantra can be done by attaching it to a projectile weapon. So the role of Astreshwaras is to execute an action based on an Astra. In Tantra, we do puja to the Astras of the Lokeshwaras. The list of Astras to be worshipped: Vajra for Indra, Shakti for Agni, Danda for Yama, Khatga for Niruta, Pasha for Varuna, Dhvaja for Vayu, Gada for Kubera, Trishula for Ishana, Padma for Brahma and Chakra for Vishnu. So in every invocation of Lord Shiva in Tantra, whenever we consecrate Lord Shiva, whether into a linga or a kumbha, we invoke and worship all the deities in these 5 layers. It is to be noted that all these deities are verily the manifestations of Shiva. They are no different. They exist in a state of absolute oneness with Shiva. This is why in Shaiva Tantra, we worship all these deities using the Bija mantra of Shiva, which is Ham. For example, when we worship Vinayaka as part of the Panchavaranam, we use Ham and not Gam. For example, when we worship him, we say Om Ham Vinayakaya Namaha. When we invoke Varuna in a Kalasha during the Punya Havachanam, we use the Bija Vam, as in Om Vam Varunaya Namaha. However, when we worship the same Varuna as a deity of the Panchavarana, we use the Bija Ham, as in Om Ham Varunaya Namaha.